on Simon River Bend.
It's operating the entranceway of the old football stadium. Your left Mound Street going southbound.
Get out.
People often get arrested for stupid reasons, but sometimes these stupid arrests reveal serious warrants against them. Then they make things even worse by fleeing from the scene. From a suspect fighting cops during a traffic stop before fleeing and later caught lifeless after using a stop stick.
Get out of the car! No. Drop your gun! Drop your gun right now! Drop it! Drop your gun!
To a woman who decides to avoid jail by running from the cops.
She's been advised.
Mercedes! Stop! You're under arrest! You're under arrest! You're not free to leave!
Here are 4 craziest ways police stop suspects, which were caught on police body cam. Starting with our first police stop using stop sticks, when a dumb suspect fled from cops after fighting them, and later found lifeless.
Coming up to West Avenue.
Coming up to West Avenue.
On Wednesday night, a police officer from the Michigan State Police, MSP, stopped a red Kia on S11th Street near Marion Street in Niles. The reason for the stop was a brake light that wasn't working. When the officer checked the driver's identification, they found out he was 32 years old, Joshua Ringel, from South Bend. He had a warrant out for assault. When the officer tried to arrest him, Ringel fought back.
Go on, Barry. I got one fighting.
Look,
I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you, stop.
I'm not going.
Stop.
For what?
Oh,
It's
stop.
simple assault from where?
Simple assault. Get out of the crowd.
Go around.
During the struggle, Ringel managed to get back to his car, where a woman was sitting in the front seat. The officer followed him and used a taser, but Ringel pulled out a gun. The officer told him to drop it, but Ringel drove off instead, with the officer chasing him.
Drop your gun right now! Drop it! Drop your gun!
During the chase, officers deployed stop sticks to stop Ringel's car, and they successfully placed them under his vehicle. Despite his car being flattened, Ringel didn't stop. He even took out his gun and attempted to fire at the officer's patrol car. The chase crossed into Indiana, but the MSP officer kept following Ringel because of their pursuit policy. In South Bend, Ringel hit a police car that was trying to stop him with spikes.
Coming up to West Avenue. Criminal Police Resident.
After crashing into the police car, Ringel ran away towards the St. Joseph River behind McDonald's, north of LaSalle Street. Shots were fired during the chase. Another MSP officer chased Ringel in their car, but it went off the road and hit a tree. It was a chaotic scene, as officers from different police agencies searched the area for Ringel. They used drones, police dogs, and a SWAT team. Eventually, they found Ringel dead at the bottom of a slope near the river. The woman who was in the car with him wasn't hurt or arrested. One Michigan officer had minor injuries, but is expected to recover. However, using stop sticks is a good option when the suspect went out of control. But pit maneuvering is another option, which is more riskier than stop sticks, but useful to catch criminals. Let's look at our another chase where cops use pit maneuvers to catch the criminals.
Entranceway to the Book Stadium, your left, Mount Street, or southbound.
Get out, get out.
The chase began on May 7, 2024, when Whitehall police received a notification from flock cameras about a stolen vehicle involved in a previous aggravated robbery in Columbus. The pursuit began in Whitehall, but Whitehall police called for Columbus police assistance. The two suspects drove the stolen vehicle and then switched to another stolen vehicle during the chase.
Alright, he just slowed up, looks like making a U-turn, pretty good around. Then U-turn and climb road back westbound.
The pursuit became more intense as the suspects drove through a construction zone, creating a cloud of dust that made it difficult for the police to follow. They lost sight of the stolen car because of the dust, but it was later located by another patrol car. During the pursuit, the stolen Hyundai collided head-on with a police cruiser near Climb and Riverbend Roads in southwest Franklin County. 3 other police cruisers were also damaged during the chase.
Climb in Riverbend.
Our job reaches the entranceway to the Book Stadium, your left, Mount Street, or southbound.
Get out, get out.
Eventually, an officer successfully executed a pit maneuver, causing the Hyundai to crash into a tree. The officers apprehended the teenagers. Both teens have a history of involvement with stolen cars. They are currently held in juvenile detention until their next court hearing. Now get ready for the Hollywood bike chase, where a couple on bike get chased by cops, which is much better than Hollywood movies. In the bustling streets of Osasco, Brazil, it all began when a daring motorcyclist and their passenger caught the attention of a vigilant motorcycle officer with their reckless stunts and speeding. Refusing to yield to authority, the motorcyclists revved up their engine and embarked on a heart-pounding pursuit through the city's crowded streets and narrow alleys. For 6 tense minutes, the skilled biker maneuvered through traffic, taking tight turns and weaving between vehicles in a desperate bid to evade capture. The officer, undeterred by the danger, remained hot on their trail, displaying remarkable skill and determination in the pursuit. As the chase intensified, the risks escalated, with the biker narrowly avoiding collisions with buses and other obstacles. Despite the high stakes, both the officer and the biker pressed on, each refusing to back down. In a daring move, the biker attempted to shake off their pursuer by navigating through the tight confines of a residential neighborhood. For a moment, it seemed as though they might succeed, but ultimately, the long arm of the law prevailed. In the end, the chase came to a dramatic conclusion, with the biker apprehended and the streets of Osasco returning to a semblance of normalcy. While the pursuit may have been reminiscent of a Hollywood blockbuster, it served as a stark reminder of the real-life dangers faced by law enforcement officers and the importance of their unwavering commitment to keeping our communities safe. Lastly, let's look at this craziest suspect who thinks she can outrun cops by running from them and mess up things terribly.
You're under arrest! You're under arrest! You're not free to leave! I haven't even HP running. Mercedes, you're never gonna get away. You're never gonna get away. Down on the ground.
Now you're getting charged with providing false information and obstructing.
On June 5th, 2023, in Washington, police responded to a call from a local gas station about a woman found asleep at the pump. The officers arrived to find a young woman who gave her name as Victoria in a car littered with burnt foil. Concerned for her well-being, they approached her.
Young lady!
Sorry.
What are you sorry about? What are you sorry about?
I'm tired.
You're just tired.
Yeah, my dude just left me.
Say what?
My dude left me, and so I was just sitting here.
Your dude left you, so it made you tired. Has it got nothing to do with all the burnt foil that's around you?
I haven't left yet. I'm not going nowhere. I'm sitting here. I promise I'm not going nowhere.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm guessing it has to do with all that burnt foil that's around you?
I'm going to treatment, I want you to say.
See, Oh, what's your name, young lady?
Huh?
What's your name?
Victoria.
Victoria, don't reach for those knives to do anything that's going to make me concerned.
I'm sorry. You want to hold it?
Go ahead and step on out.
Okay. Let me grab my phone.
Victoria seems disoriented, attributing her tiredness to her recent breakup. The officers tried to assess the situation, noticing signs of abuse and urging her to cooperate. However, Victoria seemed evasive, providing a false name, Mercedes, initially. As the conversation unfolded, it became clear that Mercedes had a history of substance abuse and legal issues. Despite the officers' attempts to reason with her and offer assistance, Mercedes' behavior remained erratic and non-compliant.
What's your first name?
Victoria?
Victoria.
Yeah.
It's not Mercedes?
No. That's
Okay.
my sister.
That's your sister? Is that whose car this is?
No, this is my dude's car.
That's your dude's car.
Zachariah.
Your sister's Mercedes?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're Victoria.
Yes.
What's your birthday?
Huh?
What's your birthday? 1996? What's your last name? What's your last name? You said your birthday again?
Can I grab my
78,
phone?
a different name? Not yet. So, you have a sister named Mercedes.
Yeah, this is my dude's car though.
She continued to provide conflicting information about her identity and her plans for treatment.
Young lady, I've been doing this a long time. If you're lying to us about your name, you're just going to add yourself a charge. The ID in the center console, which unless you're running around with your sister's ID up to no good, is you. So are you really...
I just want to make a treatment, guys. I
be
seriously, I
honest,
have to.
so
I can't do this.
Mercedes, we can go a lot of different directions, but when you start lying to us, we can only really go one. Right? If you're trying to act like somebody else, it's identity theft. That's a felony.
I'm sure you don't want to go down that direction. If you're in any trouble, if you got warrants and stuff like that, you want to just keep it at that and not add anything to you. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to go one step at a time here. So Mercedes, not Victoria, right? Okay.
As the situation escalated, Mercedes attempted to flee, prompting the officers to restrain her and place her under arrest.
You're under arrest!
You're under arrest. You're not free to leave. You're never going to get away. Down on the ground.
Now you're getting charged with providing false information and obstructing.
Okay, I'm done.
Eventually, she was charged not only for her outstanding warrant, but also for obstructing justice and providing false information. The case underscores the complexities of dealing with individuals struggling with addiction and legal troubles. Despite the officers' efforts to help, Mercedes' resistance and dishonesty only exacerbated her situation, resulting in further legal consequences. In the end, Mercedes' fate lies in the hands of the justice system, with the potential for significant consequences if convicted. The case serves as a reminder of the challenges law enforcement faces in addressing substance abuse and the importance of providing support and resources to those in need.